What if it is too late? I want to share a quick story in answering this question. I'm going to use the name Johnny, not because the guy's name is Johnny, but I'm going to use his name for that purpose. He haven't given me the permission to point his name, and some of the detail I have altered a little bit. What I'm saying, I'm using name Johnny, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it was a male story. So, in order, because I don't want the person who knows this person by hearing this detail saying, oh, is that so and so? So, for that reason, I am just going to share with that. In terms, I'm just going to use Johnny in the purpose of this conversation. So, Johnny, the rest of the details are a fact, except some, like I'll just leave it to that point. When Johnny came, the relationship had actually went south. They were already separated for about 6 months and already entered into a divorce. And when Johnny made a call and we had that clarity call, Johnny acknowledged that there is deeper value still into the relationship. 16 years was quite a period of time for his investment just to let it go like that. But Johnny felt like it was that he had no options, no choice. So he was actually in the call out of curiosity. And in fact, Johnny had made two reservations or scheduled, never showed to a single one of them. And this just happened that I was calling and Johnny picked up the call. Johnny first said, "Yo, can you call me after this?" I said, okay. But let me ask you a quick question. And that conversation led to a long, because he was trying to brush me off. But we end up having a very good conversation. And still Johnny was skeptical because Johnny was thinking, this the whole thing has gone south. And Johnny made no commitment, nothing on that day because he said, and he appreciated for the information I shared with him. About a month later or so, Johnny scheduled another call. And Johnny didn't show up, but I called him, and Johnny responded by text message say, I will call you back. Call back, Johnny didn't. But a couple few days later, Johnny called very late at night, so nobody picked up the call. When I went into the office in the morning, the following day, I saw a missed call from Johnny with a voicemail, and I could call him back. Johnny was very distressed. I think so. They had just signed the divorce paper. All this long, Johnny thought he was okay until it came to a day when the paper was signed, where the whole thing hit home and he was overwhelmed by the feeling, overwhelmed by everything else. In fact, for 3 days after that, after the signing, Johnny told me he could not go to work. He was depressed. He went to seek medical help, and Johnny received some assistance